Little rebuttal video to John Frames Sr., who doesn't think I know what I'm doing or how to build an AR-15. Well, here's the lower bud, replacing the receiver extension. I would suggest you brush your grooves out from all of that, whoops, excess grease from before. Wipe it all out, which I will do, and then add new lithium grease before I replace the tube. Just got to get a brush in there into the grooves and just go around and brush all that crap out. Now for the new tube, we're going to add some grease. We're not just going to throw it on there with just the threads without any grease like somebody did on the barrel nut to the upper receiver. Didn't use any aeroshell or any type of high pressure grease, but hey, he knows what he's talking about. He's a professional. Right, like I said, get your lithium grease in the threads. Alright, again, so lithium grease on. I like to start it by hand. We will torque it down, and I'll show you what I'll use to torque it. Alright, so normally the toughest spot is that little takedown pin spring. It's sitting right here. You can't see it because it's black. Ooh, there we go, we can get it to focus. Usually what I do is I start it, I have it canted, and I cock this. I'm able to push this in, a little bit. I use like a flat head or some sort of flat file, because you don't want it to bind up and kind of bend like it's doing right now. You want to keep it straight. Again, just a little trick that I do. I have a flat file that I'm pushing in on it. I'm able to pull the end plate all the way to the rear and slide out the file without it binding up, and that keeps that spring straight. And for visual proof, see that spring? Straight. Then we're just going to push. Then you just push it in, hold it in place, and tighten that castle nut. Now where this is a pistol, and it's just a straight tube, not positional, you can just leave it in like a Magpul Vice bev block and tighten it down from there. If it was a positional tube, I would encourage even using something just as simple as an NC Star Vice for your receiver extension. That helps keep it aligned and not having it like cant to the left or right as you torque it all the way down. Alright, we are fully torqued down. I'm going to wipe off all the excess grease, and I'm going to stake the castle nut. Alright, so when you stake the castle nut, what you're doing is you're taking a little bit of the material from the end plate, using a punch, and getting it to punch into that little divot. That just makes sure that your receiver extension will not back off.